The world of DC is under attack. A villain known as Insomnia has begun placing the entire world into their own nightmares, putting them to sleep to face their fears. The artifact known as the Nightmare Stone is hidden in someone's dreams, and Insomnia is manipulating everything. Batman is stuck in his own nightmares, unable to wake up because Deadman has possessed his body. In Batman's body, Deadman is trying to figure out who is Insomnia. Wonder Woman, Superman, all the big hitters have been placed to sleep by Insomnia and are suffering their own nightmares. Meanwhile, very few superheroes are free of these nightmares, and Deadman doesn't know who to turn to for help. This is Comicstorian. I take comic books, I turn them into audio dramas, and this allows you to know what is going on in the world of comics and know what you should add to your collection. Today we're going to be covering Night Terrors, issue number 1. The world has become a dark and twisted version of itself, as Insomnia has put everyone to sleep with his nightmare wave. And now the heroes are trying to wake up as they fight their greatest fears. But for one man who can't sleep, Deadman is forced to face Insomnia alone as he possesses Batman's body in an effort to try and fight Insomnia. Insomnia just has one question for him. Will you join me and help me find the Nightmare Stone so that you, Deadman, can dream of a happy life? As Insomnia's grip tightens around Batman's throat, Deadman tells him, I thought you were a ghost like me, but you're not! You've got me all figured out then, huh? Come on, where did John D. hide the stone? Is it in the waking world or is it within the nightmares of one of your so-called heroes? Deadman manages to break free. If you're from the dreams, how are you in the real world? What are you? Can't you tell already? I am the god of nightmares. I can not only bring your worst fears into reality, but also everyone else's. And don't worry, it'll be fun. The doctors of Arkham mean well. They only wish to help. Insomnia says, referencing the mangled creatures coming out of the Arkham staff, as Deadman in the body of Batman is battling Insomnia in Arkham Tower. These monsters all tackle Deadman, but Deadman knows that he can't hurt them. There's still people in there, living their own nightmares. However, there is something else. A door. And it has the same haunting feeling that was present at the Hall of Justice. But for now, that door, it has to wait, because Deadman has to stop Insomnia, and he knows just how. For a brief, unguarded moment, Deadman leaps out of Batman's body and straight into Insomnia's. What are you doing? Let's just see how much you like having your mind invaded. As soon as Deadman enters Insomnia's mind, he begins to see images. He discovers that the Nightmare Stone was created long ago by a sacrifice, a tormented hero, and a long-lost cause. Dr. Destiny used to possess the Dreamstone, but John D. stole it and manipulated it into something broken and twisted. But he feared this Nightmare Stone that he had made, so he hid it. Insomnia is now looking through the nightmares of heroes and villains for any clues as to where it was, and he started here, in Arkham Tower. Deadman looks around at the tower before all of this happened. But something was different. He's back in time. He sees where this started, and he feels the rain. But he realizes this rain is green. This rain is the Lazarus rain. Lazarus Island erupted, and it brought down the rain that was cursed with magic. It changed people, gave them new powers, but it also changed Insomnia. His powers didn't come out of any nightmares. It came out of being exposed to the Lazarus rain. He's one of the monsters that was created in the battle against Ra's al Ghul, and it gave him the ability to spy on people's minds as they slept. At first, Insomnia started with the other inmates of Arkham, like Dr. Destiny, which is when he discovered everything he needed to know. He was then able to spy on the heroes, except in his dreams, the heroes are the monsters. But why? That's when Deadman realizes that there is something more. That Insomnia is hiding something, a light, a memory buried away. And it feels like joy. Insomnia screams, pushing Deadman out of his head. Oh, that's rich. You get to invade the minds of others, but you're the big no-no? But that's the confusing part. I've been inside of a few heads and usually they hide their worst memories, but you're hiding your happy ones. Why? You dare invade the mind of a god of nightmares. Deadman then transfers himself back into Batman's body. You're not God, you're just some dude. John D wouldn't tell you where the Nightmare Stone was, so you killed him. And now, I might know just who created it. Insomnia shouts to bring him to him, but Deadman turns, running for a window. Sorry, Bats, this is gonna hurt. Deadman breaks through the glass, grabbing a hold of the spawning tendrils that are covering the buildings, making his way down, swinging and leaping until landing perfectly on the ground. Just like old times. People can say what they want about Batman, but that dude works out. This is easily the most fit person that I have ever possessed. Deadman looks around and notices the Batmobile still there, and he starts getting in it. Batman's gonna be super mad. It's wrong to steal his body, but I just can't leave him behind. And I guess I'm taking the Batmobile. Any one of Insomnia's creations could kill his body if I leave it here. Besides, whose body is it better to be in to solve a mystery than one of the world's greatest detectives in the world, right? Insomnia watches as Deadman drives off. Let him run. And then he grabs his chest in pain. The Nightmare Realm is pulling me back. Without the stone, my time is limited. Insomnia waves his hand to create more nightmares, stating to rise his sleepless nights and follow Deadman. While I watch the nightmares of Deadman's friends, you will search for the Nightmare Stone in the land of the living and kill any and all who are still awake. A short while later, Deadman arrives at his destination, mulling over the fact of the one clue he had from his encounter, that it was the Lazarus Rain that created insomnia. Most of the Lazarus Rain was wiped off the face of the earth. It does everything from give people new powers to reviving the dead. But thankfully, Batman kept a small amount of it. Deadman looks down at a grave. This is feeling a bit morbid, even for me, but I need some help and some answers. Soon a hand breaks free out of the stone coffin, and the old, decayed body begins to climb out. Sorry about this, but the world is in danger. A lunatic has trapped the world inside of their own nightmares, and I'm searching for something called the Nightmare Stone. It's going to be up to us to find the truth and stop him. I promise. Once we solve this case, I'll... But after handing over a hat, a gas gun, and a gas mask, Sandman tells him, Say no more. I've always loved a good mystery. And that sets up the direction that the mainline Night Terrors book is going. But on top of that, we're getting to see all the superheroes and villains dealing with their own nightmares. Now, we've already covered Batman and we covered the Joker. Flash is coming out this week along with Green Lantern and a few other really good ones. So make sure you like and subscribe to see all of these nightmares. And don't forget, we also cover Marvel here. We got Miles Morales battling against the Hobgoblin coming out this week as well. Huge weekend for you guys to check out if you enjoy comic books. Thank you for your continued support, and I will see you next time right here.